A very noble cause between the NCIC and yours truly, KBC. In other news, the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee says they have identified more state agencies for dissolution or mergers owing to their duplicate roles similar to functions offered by counties. This was revealed during a sensitization exercise in Nakuru between the national and county government as the national government moves to implement the cabinet decision to collapse 42 state agencies in a bid to enhance efficiency and service delivery.
In Naivasha, Nakuru County comes weeks after the cabinet gave the nod for the dissolution or merger of state agencies to eliminate duplication.
We've seen a restructuring of government. If you are able to look at the cabinet dispatch, I think we so far have 2 cabinet dispatches.
The meeting bringing together county and national government administrators will, according to the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee, reveal further overlaps in functions offered by state agencies and county governments.
And so we have, between now and July 1st, as it was resolved in the summit, to be able to sensitize and have everybody have a common understanding on the new elements, the impact of the transfer.
But remember, the Constitution also provides that you can agree, although a function is to be transferred, the county governments can also agree that for the time being, the ministry can help them, or a department can continue, or an agency of government can continue to help them to do it.
Because the narrative has been, if I could just quote verbatim, that barabara ya county hiyo ni ya mara, yaitengenezwange mzuri. So that is the narrative that is there. You know, in fact, if you ask some people, what is the difference between a county road and in the constitution they call it a national trunk road? But as a county ni ya mara, you understand?
IGRTC CEO Dr. Chepkuoni said a gazette notice published on the 16th of December 2024 directed the remaining functions allocated to the county governments by the Constitution be transferred to the devolved units.
So we need to be able to say, are there agencies that continue to perform functions at a different level of government as it is envisioned in law?
Now, so beyond the Gazette notice and beyond today, the greatest challenge which is going to be in front of us is to transfer the resources, to build the capacity of the county governments, to transfer the resources, not just financial, but also in terms of human resources, in terms of facilities, to enable the county governments to do these things better than they have been done so far.
Also, the national government, we are seeing increasingly that there is duplication, and we are glad that most of those institutions that were hived off in the cabinet dispatch are institutions that we have either been calling upon.
As we are on the process implementing a state agency coming to the same ward, same village, doing the same project. The other people who are suffering outside, maybe in the other wards, and this ward, this specific ward, has maybe 3-4 water projects from the county government, from other state departments, from other authorities, from agencies, all in one area. But now with these functions well laid out and assigned, then the counties are there to plan.
Dr. Chepkuoni further noted that the main strategy is to ensure that the roles played by the said agencies are not only transferred to the counties, but also adequately funded for full implementation.
We will also be able to identify those resources that are currently assigned to those elements at whichever level, whether at the national government or at the county level. But importantly, would be at the national government. Because if there is a function that had not been, or an element of a function that had not been transferred to the county government and was being performed at the national government, then there must have been some resources.
For the rest of the transfer of functions, because the national government does not have additional resources to give to different functions, what is going to be very important is for all levels of government to work together and in a very inclusive and participatory process to rationalize the budgets within the sectors.
The committee has also identified key pieces of legislation they say require to be repealed or amended to ensure a smooth transition.
It had already worked on 94 pieces of legislation that required amendment.
We also need to engage Parliament with regards to either repeal or amendment of this legislation, because we will then have a gazette notice beautifully prepared, but we have legislation that is still law that enables some of these state agencies to continue to carry out the functions, to continue to receive the resources, and as such our efforts will be counterproductive.
This comes as the National Treasury conducted an assessment of 271 state corporations, excluding those earmarked for privatization, identifying areas of inefficiencies and redundancy. The report revealed that many corporations have struggled to meet their statutory obligations, resulting in pending bills amounting to 94.4 billion shillings as of March 31st, 2024. The committee has confirmed that they will conclude the exercise by March this year to ensure the funds are disbursed in the current financial year. Abdiaziz Hashim for Lunchtime News.